Hello friends, welcome to Simply Biology. Today we discuss about the structure of DNA. James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953 designed the structure of DNA. It is called the Watson and Crick model of DNA. They were awarded with Nobel Prize in 1962 for this work. According to Watson and Crick, DNA is in the form of a double helix. DNA is a nucleic acid. It is a macromolecule. It is made up of two chains and each chain is a polynucleotide chain. Each polynucleotide chain is made up of many small units called nucleotides. Hence, the basic building block of DNA is nucleotide. Each nucleotide is made up of three chemical components, namely a phosphoric acid, a deoxyribose sugar, and a nitrogen base. The 5-carbon sugar, that is deoxyribose sugar, to which one phosphate is esterified at the 5th position of sugar ring and one nitrogenous base is attached at the 1st position. There are two types of nitrogenous bases, the pyrimidines and purines. Pyrimidines have a single ring structure and purines have two ring structure. In DNA, there are four types of nitrogenous bases. They are thymine, cytosine, guanine and adenine. In this, thymine and cytosine are pyrimidines and guanine and adenine are purines. The nucleotides of DNA are named according to the type of nitrogen bases present. As there are four types of nitrogen bases, the DNA contains four types of nucleotides. They are AMP, that means adenosine monophosphate or adenylate acid, GMP or guanosine monophosphate, guanylic acid, TMP, thymidine monophosphate, thymidyllic acid, and CMP, cytidine monophosphate or cytidyllic acid. Many nucleotides are linked together to form a polynucleotide chain. Two nucleotides are joined by a phosphodiester bond. It is formed between the sugar of one nucleotide and the phosphate component of another nucleotide. Hence, the nucleotides linkages is phosphodiester bond. The sugar molecule and the nitrogenous base together called as nucleoside. They are linked by a glycosidic bond. Hence, the sugar and the nitrogenous component of nucleoside is linked by a glycosidic bond. The nitrogenous base of nucleotide of one strand is linked with the nitrogenous base of a nucleotide of another strand is by a hydrogen bond. The linking between purines and pyrimidines is brought about by hydrogen bond. There are two hydrogen bonds between adenine and thymine and three hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine. The distance between two nucleotides of a single polynucleotide chain is 3.4 angstrom or 0.34 nanometer. At one end of the polynucleotide chain, the third carbon of the sugar is free and it is not linked to any nucleotide. This end is called the 3' end. At the other end, the fifth carbon of the sugar is free and this end is called the 5' end. These are the nitrogen containing organic compounds, the nitrogenous bases. There are two types, namely purines and pyrimidines. Purines are two-ringed nitrogen compounds. They include adenine and guanine. Pyrimidines are a single-ringed nitrogen compounds. They include thymine and cytosine. Watson and Crick model of DNA is proposed by them by analyzing the X-ray diffraction data obtained by Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins. According to the double helix model of DNA, the molecule is composed of two chains of nucleotides. These chains are this 1 and 2. The two chains are spiral around each other to form a pair of right-handed chain. In this right-handed helix, each strand follows a clockwise path. The two chains comprising one double helix run in opposite directions. That means they are anti-parallel because the 3' end of one chain lies close to the 5' end of the other chain. And never in the reverse condition. Thus, one chain is aligned in 5' to 3' direction and the other chain or its partner must be aligned in the 3' to 5' direction. Hence, the two strands of DNA are called anti-parallel. The one chain is upside down to the other. The backbone of each strand, that means the sugar phosphate backbone chain, is located on the outside of the DNA molecule and the two sets of nitrogenous bases projecting toward the center. The phosphate molecule has a large negative charge. The bases occupy planes that are approximately perpendicular to the long axis of the molecule. Hence, the stability of DNA molecule results from the hydrophobic interactions and van der Waals forces between the stacked or planar bases. The nitrogenous bases are similar to a pile of plates or a spiral staircase. The two strands are held together by hydrogen bonds between each base of one strand and the associated base of the other strand. The distance from the phosphorus atom to the center of the axis is 1 nanometer. Hence, the width of the double helix is 2 nanometer. And the pyrimidine in one chain is always paired with the purine in the other chain. The nitrogen atoms linked to the carbon 4 of cytosine and the carbon 6 of adenine are in amino or NH2 configuration. The oxygen atoms linked to the carbon 6 of guanine and the carbon 4 of thymine keto or C double bond O configuration. This makes the structural restrictions on the configurations of bases. Therefore, the only possible pairs were adenine and thymine and guanine and cytosine. There were no restrictions on the sequence of bases in a polynucleotide chain. The space between adjacent turns of helix form two grooves of different width, a major groove and a minor groove. The major groove is wide and deep, while the minor groove is shallow and narrow. The width of the DNA helix is 20 angstrom or 2 nanometer. The distance between two nucleotides is 3.4 angstrom. The double helix makes one complete turn every 10 residues. The two chains of DNA are complementary to each other. If the sequence of base in one chain is CACGACTT. Then the sequence of base in the second chain is GTGCCGAA. Watson and Crick model explains the structure of bDNA or the right-handed helix. But under physiological conditions, the DNA does not always exist in the B form. Some regions are in the form of a right-handed helix and some other regions are in the form of a left-handed helix or aDNA. In the next video, we will discuss the different types of DNA. If you like this video, please like, comment and share this video and subscribe my channel to get notification for the upcoming videos. Thank you.